Hello and welcome back everybody. In today's episode we will be installing the shock towers, rear cage mount. We're going to need the angle shims for the front shock tower. I will be sealing this carbon fiber shock towers just because in the UK there's a lot of rain, a lot of moisture, so I don't want to ruin these. They look really nice, they look awesome, man. The carbon fiber has been finished really nicely, as you can see. No rough edges, no hanky panky, but I'm really pleased with these actually. So today we're going to be just sealing them with super glue. It's a very simple job. This is what I'm going to be using. You don't have to use this, any super glue would do. Just make sure it's not the gel type, just make sure it's a runny super glue. Okay, so, and I've got some debonder here just in case if I super glue something by mistake. First things first, I'm gonna start sealing all of these, and I do have one of these. They're not very good. These are third arm or third hand, I don't know what the hell you call it, but it's for soldering. That's another thing we have to do. We have to do some wiring on this, but that's gonna be till later. I'm gonna leave that till later because it's just not one of my favorite things to do. However, I want to apologize for my voice. I've been ill, so my voice might be sounding a bit crazy, but excuse me. I'm going to start with the hardest job. I'm going to start with the rear one first. Okay, so I've got some toothpicks here. This is what I'm going to be using to apply the super glue. I don't know, it's just a personal preference. I think they just do a better job than just using the... You might pour too much out, but with this you can be a bit more precise. Just get the amount you need, and just you don't need a lot. You just need to go over all the open surfaces basically and seal them in. It's a very simple job, but you just got to be careful not to make a mess and put too much on and get I'm gonna try to be very precise, and I'm gonna take my time, and I'm gonna get this done. Get a few out. Alright, so let's get started. I've just got a piece of plastic, anything, any dish, something disposable will be fine, just so I can pour out my super glue on here, just like that. Then I can just dip my toothpick and apply it as I need it. Okay, so what I do, just get my toothpick and just roll it in the super glue, and then I start applying. I hope you guys can see. Take your time, don't rush. Make sure you get all the gaps. You can use the tube if you want, but I find it makes a bigger mess, so I like doing this method. It's all about preference, so whoever rocks your boat. Just a quick shout out to all my subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned. I've got a lot of interesting videos coming up. Hopefully we can get outside and do some videos outside. This just takes, it's not a difficult job. It just takes a bit of time. Get a bit more glue up in here. That's why I like using the toothpick. If you put too much on, you can sort of scrape it along. If if you use like a traditional brush, they sort of get stuck and stuff. Gorilla Glue do a awesome Photoshop featured it on his channel. They do like a super glue that comes with a brush, so I think I might be getting one of them. And quite often you should change your stick because glue builds up here and it messes up the finish, so make sure you change your old toothpicks and get a new one. There you go. Done. Just takes a bit of patience, that's all it is. Don't rush. The more you rush, the bigger mess you're gonna make. So just take your time and you should be fine. Plus this should be fun, man, innit? This shouldn't be like, oh god, I gotta get it done, like, sort of thing, you know? Okay, so this is done. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna start on the front one and I'll come back to this because I have to go do all of these holes as well. Actually, let's do that now. Just so, because you know, I'm doing all of this, I'm going through all this trouble because I know I'm going to be washing my Losi 5 quite a bit, and most of the time I wash my RCs, so I know what was going to get in. So I'm just trying to prevent some, water damage basically. So it's all good though. So don't be afraid to turn it around, get a different tool, whatever you need. So they're done. Get these done. Some people might think this is really extra, but that's how I am, man. I like to do things properly. A few more to go. Okay, almost done with this piece. Then we can start on the next piece. Alright, so this piece is done. Only thing is I have to do the insides, but I'll do that once it's a little bit drier. I'll start on the front. Just leave it there like that. Alright, just let it dry and you can get back to that. Alright, so let's start on the front one. Same again. I'm gonna get a good grip so I can maneuver it. Get a bit more glue. And just like before, same process, nothing different. There you go. Just basically drive it in. Put a little bit of pressure on it. Try to force that glue into the pores. Make sure you change up your... Once it starts getting dry and crusty on the toothpick, get a new one. And I'm going to show you guys how to do the inside. Same with the toothpick, but I've got a little trick. Hope you guys can see this. See, I've put a bit too much on there, so I can just wipe it off with my toothpick. This is why I'm using this. I've almost done both the shock towers and I've only used one tube, so not bad. There we go. So the front shock tower is done as well. Just got a few. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have touched it there, but never mind, I'll clean that up later. Okay, so we have to do the inside here, and we have to do this bit, this groove, this cutout you have here for the rear bumper that comes and screws into here. So we're gonna have to do the insides as well, because I know water's gonna get inside here. Alright, so for this next step, we've got a bamboo barbecue skewer. I'm gonna make a little brush out of this basically. One pair of pliers, cut a piece off, and then just flatten it. Go round and around, don't worry about it. They're really like stringy, fibrous bamboo, so makes it really easy to just open those fibers up. There you go, and you've got like a solid ready-made brush with bristles and everything. So this is going to help us apply. Well, let's do it now. Stab your bamboo brush in there and then just start painting basically. There you go, job done. Now my carbon fiber shock towers are nicely protected. I won't suffer any water damage or nothing like that, so happy days. There you go. So that's all sealed in. I'm going over this a few times because we're not gonna get in here that much. You know, the bumper's gonna be on here, so just go over it thoroughly. Now what we gotta do, finish off the inside here. Here you go. Alright, so just like before, same process. Same again, just like the rears, these are gonna be, you know, hidden away behind the angle shim, so just go over it thoroughly, make sure it's all nicely sealed in so you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so that's done. A few more dabs. Perfect. There we go. So it's all nicely done. Okay, so the first job's done. Next we're gonna look at installation. Alright. Keys in. This, there we go. Just like that. That looks nice, man. That looks awesome. So you can never ever have enough hardware. Alright, so this is just a little collection of lock nuts I've got. You know, all different sizes. M3, M4, M6. Just so I've got them, you know. I'm not, you know, last minute I'm not running around. And I've got some washers here. I'm gonna get a couple of washers and a couple of lock nuts for this. Alright, so I've got a couple of washers in there. Tighten it down. So here we go. Let's put the lock nuts on. Okay, so just got a few lock nuts on here. I just threw in some washers in there as well for good measure. Alright, I'll just get these buttoned up. Okay, job done. Now let's get to the next bit. Alright everybody, just got everything loosely put on together. Alright, got my angle shims in, got my bottom screws in here, just got the last screw left on the other side. There we go. Screw that in, and I'm almost done. Once I get this polished off, I can start on the rear. But it's pretty simple. Slide the shock tower in place, put the angle shims in, get the bumper. There's like a little loop here, just there. I don't know if you can see. So you put the screw through there, through the angle shim, through the shock tower, into the diff. And pretty much you're done. And just tighten all 4 screws down and you're done. Okay, so let's start with the rear shock tower. Let's just stick this one first. Perfect. So it goes this way. Nice fit. This is how it fits on basically. Bumper just slides into place like that. And the screw comes in from the other side. And job done. So let's do that now. So this bumper's gonna hold this up while I do the other screws. Okay, that's that. So that's gonna help me. And basically what you have to do, you've got one screw here and another screw here. Okay, and 2 more screws at the bottom. One here, and there's another one on the other side, exactly the same place, but on the opposite side. Alright everyone, here we go. This is the finished product. I have to say this does look nice, man, and it looks amazing. I actually wanted to do carbon fiber shock towers on my Armour Creighton, but I never got around to it, so I thought, hey, let's do it on my Losi 5ive. But it's looking banging. And another tip I want to give you guys, you see over here, you might see little like white patches from the super glue. What you do, you just go over it with a black Sharpie, job done, and it will look perfect. It will give you that nice matte finish. Alright, same with this. You can see there's like little white spots here, up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over that with a Sharpie and you won't be able to tell. Okay, so everything's looking really good. I'm very happy. A little bit disappointed with myself that I never had the screws. That was a major oversight. So, but anyway, I ordered them today, so it's no problem. They're going to be here in a couple of days. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys, I forgot the disc brakes completely. Even when I put the center diff on, I forgot about them. So these things happen. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the shock towers. I'm going to seal all of this in. I will be washing it quite a bit, this car, I know. So I'm going to make sure it's all nicely sealed up so I don't have any water damage and problems. I'm going to do this off camera, you guys don't need to see this. But I'm going to do exactly the same how I did it on the shock towers and seal them up. And I will be putting them on. You guys don't need to see that. It's a very simple, basic job. You can just, you know, this will have to come out again, but it's okay. It's not locked tight. It's loose. I can just take it out and put them on. Alright, I said I wasn't going to film it, but here we go. Just putting the brake disc on. This is the front one. Let's do the rears together. Okay. I am doing my own mod here. Got some brake return springs. These are from FID. They're for the Dragon Hammer, but it's gonna fit on here perfectly, not a problem. So one goes on here. And one goes on here. And there you go. So once you brake, they should all return. You see? Get my disc. There you go. Nice and snug. Some Loctite. Slip it over, screw them in. Simple job. Same on the other side, Loctite. Okay, spinning freely, and it's returning nicely as well, so that's all perfect. Okay, so that's in. Center diff with the carbon fiber brake disc, done. All I have to do is put it back on. You guys have seen me do it in the past, easy 1 2 3. That's just gonna go on. So done. So alright, so that's it for this episode, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I want to say a huge thank you to all my subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your comments. If you got any suggestions, or if there's anything that you'd like to see, or if there's something that I'm doing wrong I should be doing, please let me know in the comments, and I will speak to you guys next week. Take care.